Welcome everyone. This is Evelyn and I have several reads for you today. I have my 7-deck read on the table here. We'll do that last because I have an abbreviated one of these reads first with the 2 decks, and then I have 2 of my messages of the day. I just did a small meditation for you, and there's some other messages that came through. As soon as I went to do the video, how much is that doggy in the window was coming up. And then the energy of the inner child was coming up as the wise owl taking the inner child under their wing to be both seen and seen by the wise owl and unseen by the predators. That was the message of the inner child. And so I'm going to recap the messages from the 15th, because these are all starting from the 15th to today, the 20th of March. And don't forget to check my Instagram messages. Some very cool information coming up today, and actually every day. They're pretty cool. So check them out. And if you like these videos, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Pass them on so others will have more access to them. I really appreciate you guys. And let's get into this. We're going to roll the die as well. I had picked up my Fortune's Oracle to place that deck so I could pull a card for you, which I'm going to do, but I ended up pulling cards, and the message was kind of cool, so I wanted to bring that to you. The underlying energy was the 5 of celebrations, right? The light in the box, the gift, freedom and change and expansion could be coming up there with the Hierophant as well, the master of the hidden house. But there could just be a lot of celebrations and gifts going on right now. And then we also have the eagle soaring across the mountains with the chariot, which is the 6 of the lovers or love and family community, and Cinderella's chariot with the unicorns 2 by 2, which actually came up in another message. I think it was Instagram. But the energy of the horizontal of the eagle soaring over the mountain range, the arrays, which can reference the Rainbow Bridge as well, going towards the chariot, Cinderella's chariot, waiting to carry them home, as these 2 popped up underneath this, right? So the dragon, phoenix, and the angel both rising to the occasion here, right? And it's like the horizontal meets the vertical, but they meet together as one, kind of like the dragon and angelic realms, the earth grid and the upper realms grids energy, but also the masculine and the feminine, and again meeting the twin. Unicorns always come up as the twins as well, the gate holders, and here coming up as the 4 horsemen, because in my many reads the horsemen always come up as unicorns in the 5D. So the 4 horsemen coming in to carry you home. Very cool message there. And I am going to pull again from there. Mother Nature, to be aware of Mother Nature keeps coming up, but there's a loving energy along with that, right? Because Mother Nature is the best shapeshifter, and to have patience with Mother Nature here, because there may be some Mother Nature things coming in to correct things, to reshift things around, and again, that patience to allow things to settle again. So, yeah, let's pull a card from here. We're going to roll the die, and then we'll get right into the information. It was actually 2:24 on the clock when I started, which is the 2 of the High Priestess. 24 is the Queen of Wands, and also Omega. It's the letter X as well, which was significant in the messages today. And, of course, enlightenment. Omega represents enlightenment. And the feminine ego, Om, and Ega is feminine ego. So let's see from Fortune's Oracle what comes up for you now. That came right up. The bottom of the deck is the 8 and the dragonfly, and we are in the 8 year of Leo and the dance, and the dragonfly mates as a heart. So the 2 hearts is 1, and a beautiful mind always comes up because that's a very airy energy. Having confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit is the underlying energy. And also the dragon flying was coming up as the phoenix rises. And then we have these 2 guys. So there's that Leo energy again, right? The sun and the sunflowers, the lion, but also the 30 of the 4 of Wands, which is the home and union, and the 16 of the Tower, which is also Scorpio energy. So there's been a lot of fire and Scorpio coming up this week. This very kind of aggressive energy as we move into Aries, and we're in Aries now with the North Node in Aries, so lots coming up about that today as well. But a lot of Leo energy right there, and the Sun, and the Lions call home Sirius also coming up a lot here. Okay, right? The Sirius mother calling everyone home. And, you know, calling specifically the mother to the sun, the lioness to the sun, and the sun's rays. The tower, this is the home and union, but the towering home union, which is like the E-tower of Rapunzel, calling from the tower, right, for the sun to come home. And there's that energy of the eagle coming to the chariot, which then with Rapunzel is her hair, to climb up her hair, to rescue her in the tower. So the Spirit's connecting with me. So we're going to put these guys up here, again, very Leo. And springtime energy there, right? The call of the wild. But also the two hearts as one and a beautiful mind with the dragonfly. And there's, now I'm getting the dragon lines of the earth and then referencing the etheric realms of Sirius with the lion's call right there. I'm getting the lion's share also right now. So the meditation I was doing, I gave you that. The inner child being taken under the owl's wing, the wise one's wing. And let's roll the die for the twin flames. This is today, March 20th, which 20 is judgment. So check out the Instagram message about that. And today was also the 31, which is the 5 of Wands. So it's a little bit of a harsh energy here today. For the twin flames, we have the 69, which is the Cancer symbol. Also, it's the two peas in the pod, right? The 6 and the 9 that come together and make the 8, the 698 pod, which Cancer, of course, is home and family. The crab, right, of keeping themselves safe, in the wing of the wise one, the owl. And we also have then Saturn here. And I'm focusing on the cross to bear with Saturn here and responsibilities. And then we have here the 6, which is the lovers and Gemini. It's also the month of June. And the twins, lots of communication there. And I'm just seeing both 6s being paralleled here with Saturn between. So some responsibilities perhaps between the two, between Cancer and Gemini, which is that June energy. So May to June perhaps, but accentuating June right here for the two peas in a pod, and the responsibilities between the Saturn, which is that Capricorn energy. Capital. Oh, the capital, the Hunger Games, the capital, and again our capital. But of course, I was getting the Hunger Games. That's really funny. Is coming up as well. I know there's an aspect with Gemini, a big aspect with Gemini coming up too. I have her name, we'll get to that in a second when I come across her. So before I start, I summarized the 15th and 16th notes of downloads because I'd been doing more reads too, just to get the general energies. So some of the energies that were coming up here from the 15th and 16th was Zeus packs a wallop. And there's a lot about the aspecting from March to April, right, with the eclipses coming in, and there's a lot of conjunctions and a few oppositions as well. So Zeus packs a wallop. His Achilles heel is the Psyche, which the card in the Greek deck here is the Sacred Union. A gift from the stars as Hades goes underground with Persephone grieving perhaps, as Helen is ready and Ares battle with Troy, and the story of Aphrodite, Athena, and Eros' desire, which comes up with the 28 number, which is the twin flames, and a bridge to the stars. A wounded, that can reference the Rainbow Bridge as well. A wounded warrior who lost their way, unable to discern, so CERN is coming up here again, but at the 11th hour finds their way back home to the eagle's nest, The ravenous peacock strutting their stuff to 44%, channeling stars and hollowing the moose versus the elk, right? The same energy, but the moose is the two, the elk is the pack. So the energy of the hollowing moose, and actually the moose pudding could be coming up for somebody there too, versus the elk, the pair versus the group, and bullwinkle, which winkle is the wind key, and then the elk of LK. So we have that energy of L coming up in both, and the K of energy, which comes up in a minute, very big as well. With energy and luck of the draw, quick draw McGraw, that is, as April comes L and Dragon's Eye, and is coming up as EL and then EY as the I, which E is the temple and L is the lambda, the lamb to father, leap, and then the Y, of course, is the 0 point where all roads lead home. The dragon flies, the camel came and went, lots of newbies or little ones with the spring. As the player falls short, so they start buffing up. The moon is in the 7th house at the lunar eclipse around March 25th. And also April 20th to the 22nd, the moon is in Libra, the 7th house. As the 20th to 22nd is when Jupiter conjuncts Uranus and Taurus. But also prior to that is 4/16, when the Leo moon is in opposition with Aquarius Pluto, referencing the individual versus the people. And then the conjunction of Uranus and Taurus assisting Aries in the sun, or the sun in Aries and the North Node right now. And then 4/22 is the Libra moon opposing Venus in Aries, which was coming up as a moody balance of Libra moon versus the warlike heart of Venus in Aries, which is not a comfortable energy for anyone here, as Mars is in Pisces as well, feeling weakened. Mars isn't in Aries until April 30th to June 9th. So Libra Venus could snap out here as her Venus sides with Aries. Not something you often see with Libra, right? Libra often seeks balance and doesn't show that angst inside, as Libra is pushed to the outer limits and forced within, and then there's this explosion that comes out in a snap. As 4/19 is also an energy of the heart language being aggressive, so there's that Aries energy again with Mercury. And then the astrologist I came across on my feed was Sylvia Suryodaya, which I've never watched her before, and I watched her for a bit. But she was pointing out the X that is created over Texas from the 2 solar eclipses over the U.S., one in October and the one that's coming up on the 8th, which, by the way, I got a text from the electric company today that it happens to be on April 8th, they are shutting my electricity off because they're doing work in the neighborhood from like 8 to 2. I found that very interesting. So the 2 solar eclipses, the paths of the eclipses, create an X over Texas. And again, referencing the energies of Texas being a sovereign state as opposed to the contract of the United States. And the one ranges from Maine to Texas, and then the other one from Washington State to Texas. As the X marks the spot. And Ramadan, I think it was 3/11 to 4/8 with the celebration on 4/9, which I've brought up over and over again, that it's the number 739,000th day, AD basically. So 4/9/2024 is that day, where 7 is the chariot, 39 is the Knight of Cups, and the triple zeros references enlightenment, right, the 1,000 suns. And the day also adds up to 21, which is that wholeness of the world, completion. The 4 and the 9 being the Emperor and the Hermit, and the 2024 being the 2 humans in the 24 dance, as 9 and 8 come together simultaneously, which I just brought up when the die were rolled, 9 and 8 come in simultaneously in the pod, that 698 pod, where 98 is also the temperature here of humanity. The Chariot with the Knight of Cups, and the Chariot came up with the Fortune's Oracle as well. The Knight of Cups, which is the act of being love, but also a proposal perhaps, and of the 1,000 suns proposing. And 4/9/2024 equals 21, like I said, the world whole and complete. So Ramadan breaks down to the Ram, of course, Aries, and then Adon, which is another way of writing Adam. It was written with an N as well. And also Ra, Ma, and Dan comes up with Ramadan, which is the ray of the mother, and the D, which is divine, but it's also representing the axis spin, where you're not seeing it spin, you're seeing it in suspended animation, basically, so you don't see the whole planet. The D axis spin, 1, the mother ray and the Dan tribe, the earth human connected to the Christ Ed, or Mr. Ed, the Christ Ed, and 1, which is An here, A-N, which is the father of the Anunnaki, which we were seeded from. The of the A-M-A-D, on, right? So the of source energy, right, of the I am after death, and then representing the seeding of the humans by the Anunnaki. And when I was in Costa Rica, my room was called Maca, M-A-C-A, which is a plant, but I wasn't getting it that way. I was getting it as maca, like a Japanese maca. So I had investigated in maca and its meanings with the different letters and words, where M and ACA is actually mother and father. And it's also martial arts animation clips, as well as military aid to civil authorities. I was also getting the toucan. I have a picture of 2 toucans down there, and the macaw was coming up, right? Maca, and then W, which is the 2 U's, and the toucan Sam, of course, Uncle Sam, and toucan being 2 again, who can. And the ka, right? So not only CA, but KA is the sound of maca. And one of the definitions of ka is thousands of years ago. So there's lots of definitions that came up, but it's very interesting with the right, masculine God's word is referencing a reference to Maka, which is also Ka and cord. So notice word and cord are the same thing. That's just the first letters are different. Mother's cord, which also referencing the connection, but also the song, where his W of word and hers is the C word. His woe road versus her co-road. The 2 U's or 2 V's are co-creations. Hers, the whispering bench, the leap, the arc, the bridge, and the rainbow. His word strikes a chord with her. There's this energy of the feminine always including the masculine, but not vice versa, right? Because her has he in it, and she has he in it, and here, right, Maka has father in it as well, mother, father. So Maka as the mother 1,000 years ago, she, her, Maka, always including him. But Faka is a knife, right? So the same word with the F, the mother and the father. The Faka is the curved knife. His facial expression, a scythe that cuts right through her, like 1,000 suns projecting forward, where, right, she's coming from 1,000 back. She waits for him in the present moment, and will love him for 1,000 more if he doesn't come into the present moment. She will love him into the 1,000 forward into the future. In Japanese, the ka is the mother's, is then the ma of mothers, and then the ka of the 6th syllable, which in Japanese is a reference to the question mark. And then going on a treasure hunt came up with X marks the spot, which is the hole, and C spot run was also coming up. So there's a reference to the doggy in the window again. And the move or the shift here of the spot, right? So seeing the spot, but then it moves. Perhaps the portal moves. Going on a treasure hunt, X marks the spot or the hole. C spot run or move or shift as literally the drawing of X marks the spot 3 lines down and a question mark is X 111 question mark, which is, then it goes into the, with a pinch and a squeeze, if you guys know the rhyme. The pinch is coming up as pinching that X, which is the greater than and less than, pinching it in, and then squeezing it, which then flattens it into 2 really low V's on the ground. It's like the horizontal and vertical both being squeezed into the 0 point. And the tropical breeze, which TRO is to thunder. It's belief, trust, faith, loyalty, accuracy, and confidence. Too much, era, period, and generation. Kneeling through to imagine and suppose. But it's also the downtrodden place, the hole. The ash, which is the bright light. Too much in, but there's also a way out too, right? Because it's a hole, it's a portal, it goes both ways. Tro also is Troy and foot, and I turn, I wander about, I bend, twist, shift, curve, to flip, convert, overturn, which is the eclipse. All right, so the tropical breeze comes up with Tro, Pi, and CAL. And then the breeze, right? So that comes up as the Tro that I just mentioned, and then the Pi, which is the circle with the line down the middle, and then CAL, which represents California. And I right away got the lapis lazuli, because that always comes up as the LA fresh and salty, right? The angels, fresh and salty, which is where the fresh meets the salt and creates the vortex in the swirl or the cyclone, that tropical breeze. So the K, letter K, also is the voiceless vowel sound, the spring consonant, and the X's are like the X is being squished from the sides, and then from the top down is also like packing chromosomes. The K, voiceless vowel sound, and the spring constant, which we're in spring now. The voice, the word, the mouth, the beginning. Where in Sumerian, Ka is also the word, the command, the mouth, the origin, the inception. And Tai is my Lord. And also snapped under pressure, which I just said Libra was going to snap. It also means Ka to be everywhere, like the movie Lucy, right? The last thing they said in the movie Lucy was, I am everywhere. This is mother's house, mother's circa. Mother, my Lord, snaps under pressure because she has to be everywhere at once. Mother's command, the origin, the inception here. And as you take the X111 in question mark from the treasure hunt, which actually X111 is 13, right? And the question mark is the 13 of transition of the anti-C, right? The question mark is the backward C, and then a line down, and then the dot. This is the anti-C, or the feminine, leaps back to the 0 point. Pinching, or getting pinched and squeezed until they fit into the dot. Where the greater than and where the less than meet in co-creation. The antithesis, or anti the C's, of the parenthesis, the pairing of the C's, who packs up and goes home. So literally, the pinch and the squeeze is the feminine X packing up and going home after snapping under pressure, right? But if you literally draw a picture of the X, right, being, it's X would reference a box or a square, but it's in the circle here. And then the pi is the circle with one line in the middle. And then the question mark is a Y. It's the Y in the road. So now you have this. You have the 3 circles. You have the X in the circle, the pi, and then the Y in the circle, which is the Mercedes symbol. Also referencing the masculine and the feminine within the whole, and the 1 in the middle. The pinch and the squeeze is her packing to fit into one box. The B and then the OX to be kisses and hugs, sharing evenly, where the fresh meets the salty at the Y in the road, bridging to all, the whole pie, and counting calories. as the Cal is Ka and L of 1,000 years ago with L, to be transitioning the of source energy with ease. With EE is the energetic exchange with the sleeping Christed temple, one equal and congruent. The Khan who grew into a humanoid talking tree. The M of the mother, mountain. Mountain is the people's remembrance, the mother's people's remembrance of 1,000 years ago. And again, going on a treasure hunt, X marks the spot, 3 lines down and a question mark, with a pinch and a squeeze and a tropical breeze, which is that energy of ease right at the end, the transition of source energy of ease, but also the energetic exchange of the sleeping human, right? Rising in the temple of one equal and congruent to the other. And then Maka, mother's sling to father's arrow, the boomerang key. Endangered parrot mimicking is reflecting. Macaw, the crow's distance. Caw, caw, as the mother's call home. And remember, Jesus comes up as the scarecrow. The mother's call home for dinner time. Not PM, but AM and EM, Adam and Eve. Sunset, so she can then rise. Horizon, her eyes on, where ON is the human embodiment of source, and the N of the Christed, or Christ, ED, Ed, referencing Mr. Ed, but also the temple of the planetary spin. To receive Adam after death, I am. So when you write Maka backwards, it's actually A backwards C, which on the A is a D. It spells Adam. To receive Adam after death, I am. So very cool the way that was coming up. All right, so that was the summary from the 15th and 16th. As we go into the first read, all right, so the first read I have here is the SIRIAN Starseed deck, like I have on the table, and then the Rider-Waite as the mini clarifier there. Okay. And as you can see, I pulled a bunch of cards at the end. Sometimes the story just keeps going on, so I look at the tail end there. So this one, not the one on the table, but the one I showed you, was cut. This was on the 15th. I cut that one at 5:51, which is the Hierophant and the King of Swords, and I finished clarifying at 6:03, which is the Lovers and the Empress. The major arcana here, prior to the read, is Strength, the Sun, Solar Deity, and the Star. And in the read is the Great Wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune, the Shadow, which is the Devil, the Hanging Man, and Karma, which is the Judgment card, which is today's energy. After the read was Guidance, or the Hierophant. There were 3 wands, 1 cup, 1 pentacle, and 2 swords, which is 31 and 12. 31 is the energy for today, and 12 is the Hanging Man. It also references the masculine and feminine, the 1 and the 2. And we have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups. The King of Swords came up prior to the read, and then after the read is the 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. There were triple 8s here and double 1s and 5s. The double 1s is Justice. The double 5s is the Truth. It's Excalibur, the Ace of Swords. And the triple 8s reference the twins falling into union. And we also have, and 3 8s, by the way, is 24 too, right? The Enlightenment of Omega. We have the 1 and the 4, which is the Temperance energy, the 45 of the 5 of Cups, 57 of the 3 of Swords, and 78, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which can reference the ultimate family or heaven on earth, having incorporated all of the other elements. And then 89 being the reflection of 98, the human temperature. But 89 is also for me Phi, the expansion and contraction, or staying in the middle, reflecting upon it. The code line here is all about the numbers 1 and 1. So it's 1, 2 1s, like 2 masculine energies, or that justice of truth and balance, or the number 2, which the 1 and the 1 equals the 2 of the feminine. The energy of alternating currents of the mountain, Mary, and co-creation, and the ice, the coldness to the nth degree and laughing it up here at night, or the night of the great wheel, the destiny of the bridge to ace karma. And then the mother of car, the mother of mother, the car of mother, which is the chariot to take you home, right? The bridge and acing car of mother, karma. Acing, or the one mother. The eighth solo was coming up. Eighth stuff was coming up. The after death test, and of course Han Solo is coming up right there too. Of the destined, the temple of I God, of one karma. Right, I God being the masculine, and then I karma is coming up as the feminine here, where he gets the house and she gets the car. Iced with hands up is also coming up. So I don't know if someone got arrested here or caught, right? Or frozen in time, right? Iced with your hands up, which is Lady Liberty, basically. And ACM also came up, which is Mesopotamian, Arabic. Also Arica Airport, which is Puerto Arica. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but that's all right. Amazonas, Colombia. Ace, the ace of Mon. I was getting the Snoopy energy, but of the mother. Ace of the car of mother. The infinite ice and sorrowful resentment. The happiness hotel, right? The inn. Of he, the song, the river, to do and make. The two, the ginger root, the Han Chinese, and the Khan, which is the Turks. The ear, the arm, the hand, to eat. The foreleg, the wing, the branch, to be visible, appear to be rusting, scribble, and to snore. To pluck leaves and scream loudly, or catch something in the air. So just beautiful. That definition always comes up as this image of an inn on a lake. But the Happiness Hotel, you know, is like a Fleabag hotel, like where everyone stops by and everyone's welcome, right? But it's kind of a mess. As the Knight of the Great Wheel here, I actually own, right? I am saying that. And the 8th dynasty also coming up of Egypt. 220 BC Memphis, and then Eastern Han was coming up as 25 to 220 AD. So prior, I think that is 25 after death to 220. And then of Egypt coming up as 220 before in Memphis. Adept the Great and Henry VIII coming up there. And the Great White Brotherhood, the Magician, all coming up with the 8th. The 8th dance, so to speak. And the Adept, which is the Great, the Masterful, the GR8. And Makkah was coming up again. Which also is great and beautiful. And the macaque monkey also came up there. It's the Japanese monkey, the snow monkey, who lives in the most northern, coldest climate and uses the hot springs to stay warm. Maca Japan 100 also came up regarding this plant, right? And it's good for hormones. You can read about maca if you'd like to, but it came up as this product here, Maca Japan 100, as supposed to be a really good version of the product. And the Night of God and the energy of eating, to grope. And the Maca of Japan, the beloved one, the spouse, the wife, the woman, the face, the eye, the bud, the rock, the stone, which is the Maca with a K, the wound in the belly, the snake. The ear also came up, the man to give. And the symbol of Ka looks like an upside down 4 as well. And the mosquito came up there as well. The row and the section was coming up, you know, like row K, you know, section A or seat A, similar to the question mark. The mother's indication of doubt here. And the great wheel bridge. The water wheel was coming up as a water wheel, like making a boat go. I don't know what those kind of boats are called, right? Where they have like a water wheel, which it propels the boat forward. But it was giving the energy of the great wheel bridge, right? That the water wheel is our bridge. It's a moving bridge. It's that moving hole, that portal that can move. the 8th Han and the Great Wheel Bridge, and pictures of Ferris wheels were coming up. The 8th Wonder, the Kinzua Bridge, which is actually in Pennsylvania. I've never heard of it. In 1882 was the world's longest and highest bridge, 301 feet tall and 2,130 feet long, was rebuilt from iron to steel in the early 1900s, but a tornado destroyed part of it in 2003, so now it's just basically a tourist attraction where you can walk out onto the bridge, but it ends at a certain point. It's very high. By 2011, it was opened as a skywalk. Also, there's a story that came up for Costa Rica.com on how, or WeLoveCostaRica.com, how a 91-year-old Japanese lady ended up in Atenas, which is the town that I was in, dressed to the nines in traditional Japanese kimono. So her daughter had ended up moving there, and she was in ill health, so they figured the weather there would be better for her. But she still very much dresses up as her traditional culture and neighborhood. So there's this energy of merging cultures, with Costa Rican and then Japanese. And then with this read, we start out with the Knight of Wands reversed, and beneath it, the Ace of Cups reversed, the Strength card upright, the Sun reversed, the King of Swords reversed, and the Star upright. Overwhelmed, dumped, but strong in need of the Sun. The King of Swords reversed, who could be Aquarius here, or healed Knight of Wands reversed, who's pushed to the limit of injustice with issues at work and standing up to the group to find peace from confusion, too many choices, or perhaps too many decisions to make. As the Hierophant is watching the Page of Pentacles start over with the Queen of Pentacles, perhaps cutting a tree down to make some money as the heat is on. And I was getting the energy, right, of the cherry tree being chopped down. As the heat is on and ground is dry, I was just getting Groundhog's Day, as Taurus Page of Pentacles is looking to extend an invite to the Queen of Pentacles or offer to trim her tree. As the recent passes, the Knight of Cups reversed, with the Page of Swords reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, and the Queen of Cups all reversed, and she may be withholding or playing hardball here, back and forth, with no options for the Page of Cups reversed, who may be anxious and stuck, or perhaps broken down. With Libra, Sag, Cancer, and Pisces all reversed here at 731, which is the Chariot and that 5 of Wands card, or competition there. The foundation is the 8 of Wands upright, between the Knight of Wands reversed and the Queen of Pentacles upright, or perhaps a Capricorn, in disconnect with the Hermit reversed, who may not be agreeing with them, cleaning up for the King of Wands, who's upright, or coming out to them. And again, there may be a disagreement on whether or not they should come out to them. It looks like a potential religious issue, and the central is the Queen of Wands reversed with the Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. As the and now the Queen of Wands reversed could actually be one of these knights, the Knight of Wands reversed most probably, but she could also be separate from these two knights, both reversed, who could be causing trouble. As the King of Pentacles and the Empress are both upright here, or perhaps they're meditating or on break together or sleeping together, or at night rejected, and the Queen of Wands reversed wounded warrior is being defensive, perhaps his mother staying over. The challenge being the Wheel reversed, which is not in the Queen of Wands reversed favor. With the 6 of Cups upright, the Queen of Wands is reversed with the King of Cups upright and the Page of Wands, who could be Leo, or being strong, as the Hanging Man is reaping rewards, hanging out, reaping rewards, or assessing worth. Somebody could be the accountant as well, with the 3 of Cups. So this is somebody not coming together or dealing with bad influences here, third parties, or being antisocial, or just not happy. As the Queen of Wands reversed is stuck with the kids, and the King of Cups upright may be with the pet, or Leo, Pisces, or Capricorn, hanging out, daydreaming, or reaping rewards, assessing the worth of any bad influences or gossips around, or third party standing between retirement and emotional satisfaction, or between being single or alone, And now crowning is the Ace of Pentacles reversed, withholding or saving or preparing for a groundbreaking. The Ten of Cups upright and the Devil here. Perhaps a happy family with the Devil or Capricorn waving goodbye. In a twist of fate that's not working out with the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the High Priestess upright, which could be a sister, an aide, a nurse, a babysitter, present or with psychic gifts, or their ride never came at 743, which is the Chariot, and the 43 of the Three of Cups, which was reversed. So maybe not going to a party because someone's ride never showed up, or soon here is the Eight of Swords hiding in the woods, as the Nine of Cups upright is happy alone, breaking patterns and dropping the facade, needing clarity to make an announcement to help and recover those out in the cold, as the twin flames seeing themselves as the shadow, but upright, doing shadow work or manipulating energy, in need of tools or insecure and up nights, not wanting to share, feeling drained or sick, as the Emperor reversed as maybe out of control or facing their fears and keeping to themselves to keep their energy clear, as the King of Swords reversed is with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which can be a dysfunctional family or a family dealing with some kind of loss, or letting go of everything to bring good news to the masses, or throw his money out a window and feeling like they're being generous. So at 848 is the strength of the 48, which is walking away and within. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Hanging Man upright, wanting to be wise, to see other perspectives, who walks away from all he's built to go within, to become sovereign and independent. Or behind the curtain, like the Wizard, or the Nine of Pentacles shell, in a quest to match the Knight of Swords, a match, a fight for the truth, a deliverance. A journeyman plays a game with the Knight of Swords to see who would win, right? Like the discovery of a game. As the block here is the Seven of Swords reversed, freed by a sudden event or epiphany, but also sad at the same time, or suddenly leaving sadness behind and coming clean, cleaning up the act. Blocked when not passing downloads, but again, this is coming up as a block, right? A challenge for the twin flames and the higher self messages here. Leading to Karma upright here, which is the Judgment card, or Dark Knight Patient Angel, or Dark Knight who approaches the Patient Angel, or their health, or death becomes them, and again, death is transformation, in a wake-up call to religious guidance and getting their wish of self-happiness, as Scorpio, Sag, Aquarius, and Taurus are all upright here, with the bliss of no affection and keeping to themselves. As the Divine Masculine is in the Batcave, recovering from a breakup and separation, or incomplete and jealous, or feeling completely rejected at home, with the Queen of Swords upright, making their dreams come true, or Pisces Knight of Cups reversed, maybe home with the Queen of Swords Aquarius. Perhaps a karmic marriage here of self-satisfaction of the hermit coming out of the Mary Magdalene cave to come down the mountain with the group, working overtime or not at all, or taking the crystal steps down, which was interesting that that's coming up this way because the mountain I was on in Costa Rica was a quartz crystal mountain. Coming down to the King of Pentacles upright and the Queen of Cups reversed, juggling 3 with 2 for later, the frog's growth spurt to become a prince, the internal struggle to find union, stability, home, and the Page of Swords reversed transitioning in snowy weather in a chariot to carry them home, but perhaps it's broken and not fixed or unable to ascend, with Scorpio upright but Cancer and Pisces reversed, as the Page of Swords reversed to the Knight of Swords upright, through rain and snow and sleet and hail, the Page of Cups reversed with the Seven of Cups upright, may begin to become delirious here, as the Knight of Swords is completely vulnerable to the stars, as the Emperor is reversed with the Empress upright here, sleeping with the Hermit reversed present, which could be an ailing parent with dementia or Alzheimer's, or again their own reference of feeling like they're going crazy, right? Two people in the same house not wanting to be together. Or the King of Pentacles upright with the Queen of Cups reversed face their fears of home and union, as the Page of Swords reversed may represent bad news or a death in a car accident, hopefully not, a weak or transition or vehicle unable to be fixed, as the Knight of Swords seeds the 5D message of rejection of affections, not wanting to be vulnerable when going upstairs to see the Emperor reversed and the Empress upright, which can reference, when they die, right, and are being judged on their final judgment day. They don't want to go upstairs to see the Emperor reversed and the Empress upright, resting, sleeping, or meditating with the Hermit reversed present, or their gift. There's no reason for the Empress to wake them, when waking them up to come out and be present for their flame to the gift of the moment here, perhaps coming forward as opposed to forever holding their peace. As Aries and Virgo reversed here with Taurus upright in the middle, perhaps is psychically present. Perhaps the Page of Swords reversed with the Knight of Swords upright are stuck in transition without a car, and the Knight of Swords refuses to sleep upstairs with the Emperor reversed and the Empress upright. And this could be kids also with someone's new partner, or they don't want to be in the same house with their parents fighting or their grandparents fighting. At 9:22 is the Hermit and the Fool, also the 5D stationing though, as that can reference that eagle flying over the mountains, right? Because there's another picture with the 5D stationing hovering over the peak of the mountain. The Hermit reversed or sleeping prophet presenting themselves, which was weird because that came up recently too. When I was in Puerto Rico many, many years ago, Michelle Pfeiffer was at the restaurant we were eating at, and she came in and presented herself to the restaurant with her husband, Kelly. I guess they do that, to get people, to give them what they want and then leave me alone, kind of energy. As the Knight of Wands reversed, an energetic exchange with the Shadow and the Hanging Man, the Knight of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, challenged by a twist of fate and anxiety about passing messages or taking a risk, holding back a new start or new life, or withholding from a karmic Taurus or Aquarius Taurus, or final judgment or guidance, and satisfied with recovering and not working, with the King of Pentacles upright and the Queen of Cups reversed, with internal struggles about the house or home and union. Perhaps there's issues with lying and spying and immature communication, and transition through a break without closure or not finished, as the Knight of Swords and Page of Cups, who's reversed, which can represent rejection, with illusions about the Emperor reversed and the Empress upright, or thought they saw them upstairs, but it was just the Hermit reversed present, or all three waiting for their ship to come in, or for the kids to get home. Perhaps they were all up, worried all night. Overwhelmed, Pet or Leo, drained by the King of Swords reversed star, or that could be an Aquarius King of Swords reversed, who may be falling short or paralyzed by their passions, or the Knight of Wands reversed player with the Knight of Cups reversed player, an energetic exchange with the Queen of Wands reversed, challenged by bad timing, or the Queen of Wands reversed withholding or not ready to pay the piper, or Shadow in the woods, or with anxieties about hanging out with the devil, of the Hanging Man's shadow, and cleaning up, not taking risks, and making a decision about a marriage or guidance, or making themselves happy by recovering from overwork, with or as the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups reversed, facing their fears of the Four of Wands home or union or celebration, with no reply as the Grim Reaper journeys into the light, not ascending, or a message that got rejected, so taking steps to get the Emperor reversed and the Empress upright on break, isolating to come out with gifts or to be more present. All right, so that is the first read. Then we go into the first message of the day. All right, so here's my first I think this was the first message of the day. Nope. All right, so here's the first message of the day. We have the Journey of Love at the top, the Fortune's Oracle, the Metatron deck, and then the Rider-Waite deck. Sorry about the light. Okay, so for those of you not familiar, the left piles are the underlying energy, the bottom of the deck. The piles on the right, or the cards on the right, are extra cards that organically wanted to come out. So I usually pull 3 cards, and if extra cards still want to come out, I let them. And the piles at the end make numbers for me and finish the story of each line as well. So these were pulled at 3:57 to 4:04 on the 16th. The 57 of the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Swords for Fortune's Oracle. At 4:01 for Metatron, and then 4:04 for the Rider deck. The piles at the end came out as 1122 or 1325 or 29 even, as the lot of cards came out. The energy of a lot of 22 energy, which is the Fool, and the Fool's Journey, but it's also the 5D bridge for me. The energy of 6D and 5D transition to 5, and then the 2-5 when they're back to back squared make the potion bottle. So the Knight of Wands comes up here as the love potion number 6, actually. Right? Love potion number 9 usually comes up, but it's been coming up as number 6 in the past few weeks. Aligning with the 5D station for the 6D instant manifestation to happen. And there's this energy of being able to get to the 5D, which is the station where then you can leap in any direction, in any dimension you want from there. So transitioning of the Knight of Wands to the 9, the Hermit or the All, the justice of aligning with leap of faith. And again, there's that energy of the Wise One, which is the owl that came up in my message with the inner child, right? Having safety with the Wise One. Justice aligning with a leap of faith in transition to leap of faith for the Hermit, the compassionate Hermit, or Libra to Virgo, which is the middle of the astrological chart, which is literally the middle, the 0 point, and the opposite of emergent. The Magician here so that was a reference to, as opposed to 911 was coming up 119. The Divine Masculine or Magician, the wise worldly journey of freedom here, of presence and gifts. At 4:13 we start here, which is the reflection of Pi, 314. And remember, 314 plus 413 plus 1.618 equals 8.888. So there's a significant number there. The underlying energy of the 35 of intimacy is the first deck there. The 16 of the Lion is coming up again, right? The one that you see up front. The 46 of the authentic self, and the Ace of Pentacles reverse, which the Ace of Pentacles is 69, which comes up here, right? The 698 pod and Cancer. The Wounded Warrior. The Wounded Warrior, as the Source Mother, sees why. Surrender into intimacy in a sudden roar of Lionsgate, and the Full Moons by Leo, which the reference of the moon being by Regulus, 225 and around 325, the spring calling of romance of the inner children to establish who they authentically are, the withholding, the savings of self, the playing hardball, or Capricorn students saving for a rainy day, or perhaps kids in general learning how to save their money. At 4:19 is the Emperor and the Sun, the underlying energy of the 20, which is today, and the Sweet Soul Rising, with the 11 of the Eruption of Light, and 35, again, the Intimacy, in a wake-up call to alignment with Hieros Gamos and surrendering to intimacy within the vortex. The 7 is the first card out of the shifting universes, with the 9 of the Heart of God, the 3 of the Burning Hero, and the 33 of God Speaks. So there's a lot of Christ God energy right there. The full surrender to 0 point in shifts on the chariot. And again, there's this energy of the earth shifting, right? Because the earth is a vehicle. The Hermit, a portal of God, and the three of the Empress, the burning hero. Sagittarius, Cancer, Virgo, and Taurus, with 7, 9, and 3, 3, 3 after the 35 of the wounded warrior, and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. 3 of Mother Nature soars like a bird across the 3, 3 rainbow bridge where God speaks through the Hermit portal. The roots of all sentient beings, where the rocks and stones begin to sing. And there's that energy of the voice of the mother again, that she is everywhere. She is Mother Nature, not just here on earth, but everywhere. The surrender into intimacy is key to the shift, to open hearts to help the charioteer to fly. The sacrifice of becoming the bridge, of laying down your life, your body, your coat, your vehicle, so that others may cross. And yet not owe anything. God speaks through the divine feminine of Mother Nature, through the divine masculine burning hero, the father, daughter, and mother, son. And then the son must reach out for number 1, to ask for help, right? To douse his ego, ask Father for help through his own free will without, right, the mother and sister's interference. At 432 is the Emperor and the journey, the underlying energy of the 22 of the mountain. And I wrote, it looks like I wrote after, and I'm getting the morning after again. I just posted that with Maureen McGovern because the more people coming up. So read that Instagram as well. But the 22 of the mountain, and the 29 of the 3 of Wands, present to gifts from the stars, and the 29, which can reference other things like the amount, like Evelyn adds up to 29, but things like that will come up as well. So you might want to know what like your name adds up to, both in simple numbers and the complex numbers, which is the full numbers. So when those numbers come up, you know it's a reference to your name. Or even your numbers, right? Your soul number, your risings, your outer personality number, your destiny and life lesson numbers, which are very simple to figure out. The 5D station over the mountain with a clear view of Sirius, aligning with spring and generosity, with pink flowers and yellow flowers and union in the sun. I was just getting union in the wild as well. And seasons in the sun. The lovers leap to the call of the wild and sudden events. The lioness showing off her gifts. As the lovers 18 with romance, and the 25 of the phoenix rising from the ashes, which we saw that today as well, into the bright light. With Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, and Sagittarius, and Aries in a birthing here, with the 20 of marriage, which today is the 20th, and the 34 and 24 of the energetic exchange of Omega, the Queen of Wands, the X, where X marks the spot, and the decision to merge in unity with patience, with a patient or patience as time runs out. The Knight of Wands and the Emperor, and the Queen of Wands here, the dragon rising in the birth of spring, as God speaks marriage into existence. The Chariot and romance, and the Hermit's compassion with an open heart. The Knight of Wands, momentum, as the Empress and the Emperor sacrifice and birth to learn patience through the energetic exchange and through 2 temples coming together. As the underlying energy at 443 is the Emperor and the 3 of Cups of coming together, and the 30 of the union, the home. The Silver Warrior of light, and the 14 of the boundaries set, the 46 of the authentic self, and the keys, or the bacon, I was getting there, set in place along the trail. To birth the true sun, heading east at dawn, the home of the patient angel and the 6 of Cups, watching the sun rise and set, and how to birth themselves this spring. As the first card there is as the mother calls, right, that lion's roar for the kids to come home, awake up to a line, to listen and note, as lovers shift to align with truth and balance. The 31 of transformation of light and dark, and receiving light along with the shadow pack, like the backpack that you always carry. Balancing chaos and control as the 5 of freedom of speech and the message in the bottle of a secret romance to speak up and be heard, right? That message to be seen as the Knight of Swords and codependence with the truth that will set you free. The 7 of water for emotional well-being. And again, 7 being the vehicle of water, right? Which is your body, but also the earth, right? The emotional well-being of the Knight of Swords and their chariot, right? The messengers of truth and the vehicle they ride. The trees and the dolphins swim. The Pisces, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, and the ENT, which is that humanoid talking tree, along with Mu and T. So the Ace of Cups reversed here with the 5 of Cups reversed and the wheel is the overwhelm at 518 of the freedom, change, and expansion of the Hierophant, and the 18 of the moon, the daughter, romance of being seen but not fully illuminated. The overwhelm, dumped in the dumps, or getting over loss, regret, or disappointment, destined for the King of Swords and Page of Swords on break, on rest, or in meditation, or Libra King of Swords with a message from beyond, or in their 5D connection, at the new moon on March 10th, or up early with moody Knight of Cups reversed, or their deception about travel, and having lied outright, or split before dawn to meet soulmate 6 of Cups, who inspires them, lovers or those of affection here, right, which doesn't have to be lovers, in exile, surrender, injured or ill, or stressed out, or having nightmares, or night sweats, or can't sleep, thinking, how could I have missed it? Seeing all but the one that shone above all else, but was just unknown to them. And of course, what do people fear? They fear the unknown. And of course, we fear that. So perhaps worried about too many choices or decisions that they have to make, confused at work, or must be well rested and fully on at their job. Remember, on being the human embodiment of Source and the Christed, right? Which it references all humans, right, rising in their vibration at their job. Or they cannot function, as the Knight of Swords will come rushing in, taming the beast, but with sharp words to say. And I'm getting Julia Roberts saying, but there are words to say to Hugh Grant. As the 5 of Wands reversed, losing battle and a painful end, or sore loser who's a pain in the butt, or whining for a message, perhaps for back pain, from moving homes, or a visit, or lifting the Hermit reversed, who may have dementia, right? And you have to take care of that parent, lifting them, taking care of them, showering them. And perhaps this is someone who's totally dependent or dead weight on you. Overworked and or not working out, malaligned at 534, which is that freedom of energetic exchange or back and forth, perhaps fell or tripped or breaking patterns, or no longer able to balance the daily grind or support everyone in the fashion they are accustomed. And here's this parallel to Mother saying, I can't be everywhere at once. There's no more juggling, and it's time to forgive and or apologize in a heart-to-heart with justice upright, and regarding not coming together with the Knight of Pentacles reversed and Dark Knight reversed because of bad influences, or because they're always tired, or perhaps seen as lazy or antisocial, as Libra upright with Scorpio and Aquarius reversed, perhaps a bad call with the King of Cups reversed, not sharing or not being charitable, or with conditions of their love, or Scorpio and Aquarius reversed energies with the Knight of Pentacles and King of Cups both reversed, perhaps are scammers of the defenseless without an excuse, and leaving the magician to perform on their own with clarity or new information, but perhaps losing their balance or patience or temper, or drained and in need of sun or vacation, or got burnt by the 10 of Cups reversed, unhappy family in the past breakup, or in looking back at the broken family of addiction or codependency, or Leo, Cancer reversed and Capricorn upright, where egos may have been out of control and stuck with temptation, or Capricorn Page of Pentacles, student learning to save, withhold, or put away for later, when it's time for that. Or got something new off the ground, but now what? How to juggle and manifest. Or someone swearing they've learned their lesson, or promising to study or save, or picking up a book, but then putting it right down again, or earning $1, but then spending it right away. Perhaps there's an unplanned pregnancy here, where the next first card is the Queen of Swords, who speaks to the stars or the birds. Perhaps this unplanned pregnancy comes with people who haven't saved for a rainy day and were supposed to have been. Perhaps the Queen of Swords is the neighbor or God or Aquarius, perhaps, about dreams that may come, taking a leap to put it all out there. With Cancer, Saggy, perhaps another Cancer, Gemini and Libra, and the Queen of Swords or God's messenger service in a shifting of gears. Hear ye, here comes the sun, our star, the dragon line rising through the heart of God, the shadow being raised from the dead, seeing all that glitters and all that fires on all cylinders, and spouts forth in phased array, the heart, the earth, the sun, the stars, all projecting who they truly are. Little birdie's first attempts to fly, calling all to birth and rise, at 554 of the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. The air signs are here, and Virgo Mercury, with dreams, premonitions, of drama, of sudden events or past events, as the Knight of Wands comes rushing into the rescue to save the day, exposing secrets or to sweep secret passion off their feet and rescue them from themselves or from being alone, and commit to marriage or to report that they're dissatisfied with their marriage, religion, or Taurus, commitments, traditions, or guidance failed, a bad reputation, or the Savior has fallen and can't get up. As Aquarius is upright with Scorpio reversed, Sagittarius both upright and reversed, with Pisces reversed and Taurus upright, but they had to fall to free themselves, with loyal friend and son at their back, the prisoner inspired by lover, Gemini, twin, or affections, as the Two of Cups upright is 1-to-1 in an energetic exchange and awakened, grounding and integrating the Queen of Cups of love, and how could I have missed her light? The Queen of Swords upright and the Knight of Wands, secrets out, marriage failed and fool is free, perhaps in Aries, exited the Page of Wands, about lovers and the Two of Cups together, both upright, and their energetic exchange, awakening to ground and integrate. The Queen of Cups focused on her heart and her Holy Grail, her rather large cup here, as the Page of Cups is upright, stole their heart, and is assessing worth of their upside-down world, their 5D world, or how to go forward through Pisces and Aries, or get closure with the Emperor reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed, who may not be happy with them. Perhaps at 609, the energy of the 698 pod there, with the 0 in the middle is always 0 because it's the present moment. Perhaps the Page of Cups is reaping rewards of the Emperor reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Pentacles upright, family, business, or community of wealth or abundance, or generational wealth here, and facing those who would take from them with no options of their own. Atlas slaving away for the Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands upright, and the Empress reversed, where the Empress is spending what little there is left, and the Page of Cups may have run away from trapped Page of Wands, prisoner of love, or children of the Queen of Cups, or a fool in love with the Queen of Cups who has a child or pet, or little one who stole the Page of Wands or Knight of Wands' heart. The Page of Cups daydreaming of one day when the Emperor reversed and King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Wands reversed can no longer boss them around, or perhaps dreaming of the bad guys getting theirs, and then have to trade places and slave for the ladies this time. As the Ten of Pentacles upright, family, business, or community may be facing war or virus or the enemy, perhaps someone wronged by the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or legacy, or who did all the work for the Queen of Pentacles to get all the credit, and the Queen of Wands looking down at the Empress reversed, being forced to relinquish her savings, or kids clearing out a home of a mother who hoards, or grown daughters caring for the Empress reversed who's spent, or laying it all out there for them to see, fixing things, making amends. All 4 queens are upright here, but not 2 kings or the emperor or the empress. Perhaps in a divorce or inheritance, the girl's got everything, or something that requires some work. The Page of Wands may be throwing around an idea that the Queen of Cups may not go for, or leaves it up to the Page of Cups to bail them out. The underlying energy of the starfish, with the stingray, the zebra, the crow, the dolphin, and the star, where the stingray is plugged into the zebra and crow and the dolphin, the star panel. Introducing zebra, crow, and dolphin star. Actually, EA was coming up with that. So anyway, you could be watching someone with a panel. That could even be a game show on TV. But third eye and Akashic crow, 3D grid holder and guard, and sunshine EA star. And then the Anunnaki came up, so Ea could be coming up as well, who's Enki. The stars and the EC, or path of the sleeping human, in the path of gray. The human temple, crow, which comes before Christ did. The dolphin is all light, the star. Dew elfin, starfish. The path that is ARF-ish, RF-ish. So the ARF-ish was referencing, our dog friends, our loyal dog friends. And then the F-fish, which is the digamma energy, but also of the twin flames, but also the energy of Jesus, of course. You can take it any which way you want, though, with the F-ish. And then ARF is also acute renal failure, so I don't know if that references to someone, but there is this elfin energy here. The black egg and the fish, the hyena and the phoenix, the starfish with a new little fish or baby, or first speaker with dark hair talking about the truth of the institution and the fish out of water, the outcasted, or the one who rose from the ashes, the hummingbird clearing the air, with static perhaps, as the tiger approaches the raccoon who's shy, reflecting the swans, as targeting by crowds and online web, reflecting twins clearing wounds and traps of light and shadow, the 3 and 5D issues, and the cosmic egg crowning with collective troops on the ground, side by side, helping with all perspectives. The hawk clearing the way, with the turtle being slow, the lizard sensitive, and the rabbit vulnerable to the black panther, and the horse presiding. And then again, there's this energy of the elites and Mr. Ed, or the light and the shadow. The superficial star, and the truth will set you free. Some have to fall or be shunned to rise from the ashes to new heights. How they went from normal to star seeds, from blah and E-ish to high EN, or the JC penthouse, the human temple of Christ and the 9, or show of power in the X dance, the 24, the feminine ego and enlightenment. With Source Ray, having Source Ray, the tiger's and the southwest fires, a spy, or speakos, or speakers, at the mic and the temple, to 2 Christed gods, weaving more than one hat, or wearing more than one hat, and clearing the reptilians, where 2 are lizard ray, and a PA horse instead of race horse was coming up as rape horse. And that wound came up the other day where I was getting the initial entry wound for rape was actually the seeding of the reptilians into the human. So then we have, let's see what the next one is. All right, the next one is the one on the table. So I'm going to show you a picture of that. All right, so here's the read on the table before I put the mini cards down there for clarifiers. So this is my 7-deck read. You have the SIRIAN STARSEED as the big cards, the main deck. We have the, this is the Universal Golden. That is the Gilded Tarot. We have the Numerology deck over here, Romance Angels, and the Tarot Sexual Magic. And of course I used the, I pulled for you today too, so that could be the 8th deck. So this one was done on the 18th. I cut at 5:30, which is the 5 of the Hierophant, the 30 of the Home and Union. And I was really focusing on Aries season for this read. As I finished clarifying at 5:51 to 52, which is the King and Queen of Swords, but we also have them as the main people in your read. We have the Queen of Swords there and the King of Swords up here, and they're both upright. As we are in Aries season, the major arcana here is the transition before the read, which is the Death card, and then the Wheel of Fortunes in the read with the Starseed and the Shadow. After the read, the Lovers and Luna came up, as we have 1 cup, 3 pentacles, 2 swords and 2 cups, which is 13 and 22, the 13 of transition, the 22 of the Fool's Journey, and the 5D station. We have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, and prior to the read, the Page of Swords with the 9 of Cups came up, and then the Page of Wands after the read. The numbers, we had double 2s, 4s, and 6s, so 2, 4, 6. Where's the 8? Where's Waldo? And the 22 is the Fool. The 44 is the 4 of Cups, which is that grounding and integrating, or boredom and apathy. The 66 of the Queen of Cups, which is also the Golden Gate. And then we also have the 1 of the Magician, the 12 of the Hanging Man, 23 of the King of Wands, 34 of the 8 of Wands, 46 of the 6 of Cups, 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, the Humble Loyal Servant, and then 79, which is the Pot of Gold at the end of the rainbow for me, which came up in the other message already. The code line here is all about the number 10 coming from 1, 6, and 3. And the messages came up regarding the twins, the twins. It can represent telepathic vision as well, or lots of TV stuff. Twin, twin, sudden event, and a show of power up. The 1 King of Pentacles path of the 6 of Cups, 3 and 0, or the union, right, of the innocent ones. The He shadow. The Pi energy could come up here too with the 2 and the 2. And again, the 22 of the 5D station and the Fool's Journey and that leap of faith, right, with an open heart. The total weight of the twins and the sudden event, the show of power up, the acing of the manifester, the patron saint of children. So Saint Nick was coming up here, and Saint Nick of Myra. The mother, the human, and he being the shadow here. And again, the patron saints of children, of course, we're all most familiar with Saint Nick because of Christmas, but Saint Joseph also came up with Saint Raymond, who was born from his dead mother's womb, Saint Aloysius, Maria Covetti, and Philomena and Albert all came up. And Ninode Itacha, the child patron, which was supposed to be a representation of Jesus. Also, Twinkle Twinkle, Southeast Star, so Southeast again coming up. I don't know if there's a storm that's supposed to be coming up from Florida, but there's something from the Southeast that's coming up. Twinkle Twinkle, Southeast. See the heart as star powers up. Snoopy, King of Pentacles, and Path of the Children. The High Road and E-I-E-I-O, so Old MacDonald's coming up there too. And again, He, the shadow. The Twin Towers, the Pi energy, a sudden power up. The Ace manifester for children was coming up. The Empress human, so you can reference that as Santa Claus, but whoever that might mean for you, there could be a download for you there. The manifester for children. And Twin Towers is coming up, so there may be a plug for Trump right there. The Empress human and He, the shadow. So I looked up Trump Tower since it was coming up, and the headline came up, New York State padlock on Trump Tower. Expert says Trump is at next to last step from ruin. So we start this message at the Seven of Wands, which is upright, with the Two of Cups reversed below it, transition upright, the Two of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, and then the Nine of Cups upright. The Knight of Cups reversed, feeling rejected from traveling at a distance to transition, to drop the daily grind, with the Page of Swords reversed, or the Knight of Cups reversed and the Page of Swords reversed, in a juggling act to get their wish and stand up for themselves, taking the high ground, rising above the drama of the group. After running from the truth given to the Knight of Cups reversed about the Queen of Pentacles, who's willing to let them back in, or planting the evidence and running before it's found or goes off. This could be someone, right, leaving something at the door too and then running away before the door opens. The Chariot is upright with the charioteer who watches from the road or the back seat. So backseat driver could be coming up there too. With Justice upright and the Emperor reversed, or Libra upright and Aries reversed, who go at it to end the war once and for all, taking the high ground until all the swords are down. And I was getting the energy, remove all your hands from the table, so somebody could be gambling as well. In the military or justice system, taking the Emperor reversed down. And now there was the energy of the, so this is a different underlying energy, right? Because we have several underlying energies here. And this underlying energy was about the Three of Pentacles upright with the Hierophant and the Two of Cups reversed, with the Ace of Swords upright, the Ten of Cups upright, the Three of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Swords upright. We're 3 eights in a row. We had the Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and Eight of Cups. Eight of Swords was upright, and the other two were reversed. And then the Fool reversed with the Emperor reversed, and the Three of Wands upright. So there are also multiple threes there. The workplace divorce of the Two of Cups reversed, with the truth given by the Ten of Cups family about third-party anxiety or antisocial due to anxiety issues, overwork, and uncomfortable emotions of not being able to walk away. The Fool or Foolish Emperor reversed present here, standing up, present post-war within, to express your love, separation, and forgiving and learning came up here. The Knight of Cups reversed with the Four of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed, refusing to stay silent with the Page of Pentacles blocking in a heated exchange or not communicating in flow, and dropping the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is no surprise here, perhaps hurt fingers and toes, and no romantic meals, rebelling, refusing to be told, or getting drunk to stand up and be counted after the war, or breaking old patterns and dropping the act, with love and the Six of forgiving and learning, and the Magician's bliss to heal their heart and make them champion, on their high horse, sunshine, a star, or Leo Six of Wands, and Aquarius Knight of Swords reversed. And I'm getting the District again, from the movie. So the Knight of Swords reversed may be restricted. Two stars who can't communicate, perhaps different languages or sons. As the recent past is the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles upright, the abundant family business or communities around the world needing to be strong and brave to achieve emotional happiness, early to rise and put in the effort to fix and amend and receive love, drained or sick child, or no the drained or sick child. This is this energy of there's no day and night, right? It's all a big blur. Like when you're sick, you don't really know the difference between day and night because you've been in bed all day and night. But it's also this energy of working too much and being tired all the time. As the Queen of Swords is upright, just a mosaic of pieces with a firm grip on the truth. The great wheel destined, or Libra Queen of Swords, and a family affair to be present. Perhaps child with father and mother with the King of Cups reversed home, waiting for their ship to come in. As the central energy is the Ace of Pentacles upright, a groundbreaking event, or dumping a load or burden or responsibilities and confessing suffering in silence or to a sister. or just stressed out and not sleeping, with the Knight of Swords upright always coming at them, unable to walk away, completely dependent, Nine of Pentacles reversed, or powerless. Or this is making a big investment as well, or a big expense. The challenge being the King of Pentacles reversed, wanting victory and rising above, in a painful ending with the Queen of Cups getting their wish when an announcement comes, or when announcing the scores. So she could be announcing scores. And now crowning here is that Three of Cups reversed, with the Page of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords upright, destined to rise in a new life with no social life. The Tower upright, a sudden event, without a choice, destined to happen, getting their wish, but others may be jealous, or specifically Scorpio, Knight of Cups reversed. The Dark Knight may be weak or afraid or sad or stressed out about justice, a judge, about court, or about Libra. And that was at 1028, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the choice of path, or twin flames. So Scorpio and Libra with the King of Swords fending off unwanted affections without option. They're not their twin flame, or in disconnect with a losing battle with the Nine of Wands wounded warrior who's always there to tell their troubles to. And again, this could be someone who, could be a friend who wanted to be more than a friend either way, where the other one allowed all their attention, right? Pretending not to know that they want something more, you know what I mean? But allowing it because it was good for them, this kind of energy. The Queen of Cups is satisfied, waking the dead to help dump emotional attachments or purge, to let go of what no longer serves. To the Knight of Cups reversed, Dark Knight needing the courage to feel all their emotions for truth and balance, and justice for their lineages. And soon coming up is the Starseed One, the Fool knocked for a loop, perhaps by detoxing X. The Hierophant reversed, which can be a divorce, and the Knight of Wands upright rushing into the rescue, or to clean up the divorce, or cover a default, while the Dark Knight moves ahead boldly, first hanging out to be wise and still, to see new perspectives, and becoming then the Knight of Pentacles before approaching the Hermit, the Elder, the Virgo, or before taking counsel, or going to a reader of dreams. As Aries, Taurus are reversed with Scorpio, Pisces, or Capricorn and Virgo upright here, Libra, Aquarius upright here as well, perhaps Sagittarius too. A lot of people involved, trying to be two people at once, as the twin flames are seeing themselves as the King of Swords upright. The King of Pentacles reversed with the King of Swords upright, ending conflict with the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Empress upright. A family affair. As the Six of Cups is upright, keeping to themselves for peace of mind, staying out of it. This could be kids or soulmates trying to stay out of the family issues. This also could be between lawyers with the King of Pentacles reversed and the Empress upright. Deception, children, and playfulness, and wedding, right? This situation could involve a marriage or a private proposal, or kids playing dress up. As around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Four of Pentacles reversed, coming out of the Batcave to lay it all out on the table. As the Two of Swords is reversed and not seeing eye to eye, frustrated with delay after delay in a separation, or weathering the storm in hopes of a peace offering, taking time away. The block being the Six of Cups upright, the innocence, the fond memories, the soul ties, the wise one schooling the golden goose. The sensei and student, or destined star, with Virgo, Libra, Aquarius upright, or dreams come true in the age of Aquarius, or Libra keeping Aquarius quiet, the destined star who likes to talk. Perhaps Hermit is screening interviews, or taking it slow, or the Hermit's being quiet to see first what the Knight of Pentacles has to say or offer. Or Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, and Virgo connects with Libra, or connects with Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, the shadow reversed out of control, addiction, codependency, and bad influences, as the Page of Pentacles and Page of Cups may be knocked for a loop or thrown off balance. the sweet angel and bad influences, or third party dropping the facade, the act, or breaking the patterns of overwork or malalignment, with the wounded warrior starting over at work, and the magician upright making a fool of them, or fell into a trap of assessing worth, or forced retirement with options offered by X with no affections involved, an inequity that could lead to anxiety, or this is a scam or trap, laid down by X or Gemini upright or reversed, or Aries reversed, not coming together with codependent X, deception or up all night, early morn, with Capricorn, Gemini, and Cancer all reversed, and the Page of Wands reversed, victorious in staying up all night, or in awakening, or not allowing them to sleep, or perhaps proud of themselves for not sleeping with them, or being in bed with someone that you don't want to be with, but they may try to be with you, and being proud of yourself for keeping them away from you, right, and not being tempted. A secret passion or patient angel standing up as the Knight of Cups reversed and Devil reversed with the Tower that's explosive. Could be an explosive Scorpio with Capricorn in their chart who feels then badly afterwards and weak, worried about being judged, perhaps unfairly imprisoned by withholding love and affection, or X trying to bed them into sex. In a breakup or refusal to surrender to it all, the Page of Swords reversed could be a nasty message to the Queen of Cups, who's very happy with themselves, standing up to the Knight of Cups reversed by grounding themselves and remaining calm until they can recover or until they want to try again. You have a calm Libra, an explosive Scorpio, or Sagittarius with Pisces, or Virgo, again holding their tongue and offering no choices. Standing up with the Queen of Swords, destined to be a diamond in the rough, or Libra offer. But the challenge being the King of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded by bad influences or social life, or antisocial King of Swords, knocked for a loop, coming out of the Batcave and blocked by the Six of Cups kids, or soulmates, or Devil incarnate X, or deception by the Page of Wands reversed, a little leader imprisoning by waking them up. We have the Page of Pentacles upright with the Page of Cups reversed and Page of Wands reversed, which can be multiple children, multiple pets, or kids having a sleepover with friends. Perhaps an invite to the Page of Cups reversed to hang out with the Page of Wands reversed and their motley crew, a sleepover or all-nighter where one of these kids is definitely a bad influence, or not a party you'd want your kids going to. Rising above, destined or Libra King of Swords comes out to the Queen of Swords, making an offer or groundbreaking plant, challenged by the King of Pentacles reversed, who's ungrounded, or knocked for a loop, or embarrassed in front of the Six of Cups kids or soulmate, or third party, detoxing lack of affection. Up early or not sleeping at all due to the Page of Wands reversed, demanding attention all night, or perhaps you're dealing with a child in rehab, or detoxing from being spoiled, and now you have to change your ways at 11:35. The 85 of following your dreams here came up, and grounding union with the 7 of personal growth, which is purple there, and the key to ascension, a sense connection, as the King of Wands is destined to be a child, and the Queen of Wands with conditions of love, of a party house and gifts, or home and being present, as the Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords stands up to the King of Pentacles reversed King of Swords. The Queen of Swords may cut the Empress off or silence between them so the Six of Cups children or soulmates can be heard. Perhaps mother had hushed. Perhaps mother said hush or hushed to the kids. Perhaps a mother's been hushed so that the kids can then speak for themselves, right? She's to get her to stop speaking for them. Or this could be a gag order as well. Judge driving the Emperor reversed into the ground. The guard looks out to make sure the Emperor reversed behaves because they look like they may be, being feisty there. Or perhaps they need a ride with diabetic foot issues or slipped on the ice and needs an ambulance here at 11:47. All right, and then here's the last message of the day. And this is the Fortune's Oracle with the Journey of Love, the Wild Unknown guidebook, and then the rider again. Okay, so same setup as the first one. So this one was done yesterday, 7:25 to 7:28. And the piles came up first as 1111, which in Gematria, the first entry is twin flames. And then 6245 came up, or even 62435. The energy of the twin flame lovers to grieve, perhaps, or prison for the wounded warrior, co-creating a now moment for the Queen of Wands or X to go free. As the underlying energy at 7:35, the Chariot and the wounded warrior, is the 6 of the Chariot, 68, drop into your heart, the Vulture, and then the King of Pentacles reverse, which is number 65. As at 7:37, Cinderella's Chariot, the lover's invite to drop into their heart, the Vulture standing over the King of Pentacles reversed, waiting for that Chariot to carry them home. So it's like someone's just waiting for someone to drop dead, basically. You know, the Vulture standing over them, ready to get the goods. The underlying energy of the Unicorn and the 33, the 9 of the Eagle and the 6 of the Chariot, and 3396 came up there with the numbers. The Gateholder of 4D Bridge of Christ Consciousness, and the Eagle soaring right over to pick up the Chariot, led by the Unicorns, 2 by 2. The 8 of the Dragonfly and the 11 Flower, the 29 Star, the Lover's Dance, 2 hearts as one in a beautiful mind, the Page of Pentacles alignment and the collective awakening to truth and balance, present to a gift from the stars, and Sirius. As then 29/11 came up again. The flowers and the stars align. The 31 Thorn, the 3 of Beware, the 17 of Love, and the 34 Unity. 24 and 7 are Patience and the Cracker. Through the Looking Glass and through the thorns is the sun, a screen of chaos that is life. Beware of Mother Nature, the greatest shapeshifter of all, as dreams of love come true in energetic exchange or hand-fasting of unity and patience with the Queen of Wands or enlightenment. The X, a crackerjack, or excitable Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, or Sagittarius here. At 7:47, there's a lot of jet airliners here. The underlying energy of 5 and command or communal dance. The 61 of She Loves, 6 of the Angel of Jupiter Awaken, 14 of the Falling, 68 of Drop into Your Heart. The community circles around the egg. She risks to love and align with lover, falling light as a feather. Patient Angel of Jupiter Awaken, of Gemini and Sagittarius axis, and the Page of Pentacles, Curious One. The 13 of Gifts Received in a Transition, and the 52 of the Queen of Swords with light from the Ancient Ones. 64 of Sensual Awakening, and the Queen of Swords with Bliss from Sirius. A connection that's open here. The 67 of the Swans and the 56 of the Dance of the Planets. 2 and their knowing, walking hand in hand. As the underlying energy at 7:53, which is the Chariot and the Messenger of Truth, the Eagle dives to Turtle, who's avoiding the Octopus because they're both in the dark, while the Lion and the Horse conference with the Vulture, who was standing waiting, by the way. The Eagle's coming in, flying in to take over. The Turtle is slow, and the Octopus is all hands. The Lion Horse talked to the Vulture with 2 and 8. The Lion Horse views the light that you are, right? Sees the Vulture as the light, right? The one, which could be the old eagle, right? The one of the golden egg and the moth to the flame, the buffalo watching and activated, plugged into the black egg. The hart to the throat, unable to resist the light. The curious otter to zebra with stripes and third eye open. The heart egg with the moth to light open the crown. And then the throat egg is the curious otter to the third eye. So they're relating the heart with the crown and the third eye to the throat, as the buffalo is with the moth and the zebra with the otter, the curious one. The underlying energy of letting go and coming clean, calling the high priestess, Pisces, Virgo, sister, or aide to juggle, perform the daily grind, needing closure to get their ducks in a row. For the Page of Cups, or crazy person who's acting like a kind person with an invitation. The Sun is reversed with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, perhaps drained and withholding. The Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help. With the Ten of Swords, the Angel, and the Ten of Wands upright. The Page of Pentacles reversed, leaving them for dead, patient and burdened and starting over. A deception, and got a split from the Emperor reversed and King of Swords reversed, as the Page of Wands is inspired by divorce or spirituality and destined to get schooled and have to surrender, as the Five of Pentacles reversed is recovering and uncomfortable and depressed, as the Knight of Swords reversed is lashing out at the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, with the King of Cups reversed, who may be plotting abuse by the Knight of Pentacles, who's approaching the Six of Cups to share and be charitable, tired of the drama with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups both reversed, post-war with the King of Pentacles reversed, the ungrounded vulture. So at 9:18, which is the 9 of the Hermit and the 18 of the Moon, the home, prison with issues at work, keeping to self, blinded, or can't see where they are, the injustice of hanging out with no sleep and defenseless to attack, losing battle with no options, in need of attention, third party implementing a plan, as the Knight of Cups, a magician, may be dissatisfied here, the weak player in heated exchange with the Queen of Pentacles and Empress both upright, who bumped into the devil, waving all friendly like, as the Lovers is the Ten of Cups upright, and I was getting Gabriel bridging a lover's chat. The past are looking back, finding peace, broken by the Ace of Cups upright, the love from the Two of Cups, dumping emotional attachments and stressed out and powerless, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, chatting to get over the loss, to forgive and apologize here. Okay, so I'm going to let you go because it's getting long. So I'm going to pull one more card for you. We'll pull from Messages of Love Oracle. There's a lot of home and family with responsibilities right there. And again, the mother calling the sons home, perhaps needing help, as somebody might have flown the coop. Okay, for the twins, take away here for the best and highest good of all those concerned. Oh. All right, 2 cards fell down. This one got caught in the ridge here. Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. And then this one fell on the floor. Boundaries, firm boundaries are needed, okay? The bottom of the deck is abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. As the attraction you feel is mutual, but remember to keep your boundaries, right? Don't not be who you authentically are anymore, right? Because someone's all of a sudden coming forward to you. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you, and some distance will help bring clarity, perhaps. You know, it's like coming together and then apart and then back together again. Working less will help strengthen your relationship, and your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. You are safe and divinely guided. You have learned the spiritual lesson. Okay? So the first card out was the chemistry. There is a mutual attraction here, but to not forget your boundaries, to forget who you are, right? Don't lose yourself in somebody else. Okay. Remember your water, your rest, your joy, your nature. Rise and be love. I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing March into April. Bye, guys.